Hello YouTube and welcome to another episode of MetalmarkthebossTwitching. I'm MetalmarkTheBoss. Yeah, we left off last time, short episode. 2+ days of fasting. Food touched my mouth and yeah, uh, I had an emergency. You guys didn't get to see me win that wizard battle game. I definitely won. You knew I was going to beat her. I quick traveled. I knew I saw a kitty cat. I quick traveled to Hogsmeade and yeah, I'm gonna stop to pick up these plants. Now I know I gave one of them I already had to the guy that was trying to have me rob
Revelio.
trying to have me rob his business partner for being pissy. Cool. Yeah, I don't think I can get these doors yet, but I have the. That's the crazy part is I have the moons to hand it to the guy, so I can get the hello. I ain't gonna be able to say it. Lockmora, an upgrade to unlocking spell. Why am I getting pulled all the way back? Is it over this way? I guess so. I'm gonna have to check the map because this ain't making sense now. It seems like it's trying to lead me to where I'm not trying to go. Knew it. I was like, I knew it was up higher. That's why I was like, why is it leading me out of town this way? I know I get confused in here a little bit because, yeah, I've run around this a little bit here, but I'm just like, I'm so eye opening for a chest, a thing that I can grab, a door I can open. So I'm not really getting like just, like gandering at the world and like, oh, and just sitting here looking. I'm like busy trying to work. So my mind's just looking for things that go, hey, that's an item, that's a this, here, there's something over here. And then after the time of playing this for a little while, then I'll probably start knowing where I'm at. That's why I said I could tell when I was leaving the town through the south. I was like, wait a minute here. I thought it was up north. And I have it on the quest. You see it right here.
Welcome. Come on in, come on in.
Revelio.
Not so fast. You need to tread carefully in here. Venomous tentacula.
I gotta do this.
Revelio.
Good for you. Getting all those foul goblins a hiding.
Revelio.
Waltzing into the lolly house uninvited was a proper rude thing to do. Oh, I'm always thrilled when a young one makes a wise purchase. I can tell you'll go far.
You'll go far. That's right. What is this now? Seed packs? Shit, and shat. I don't have enough money. Wait a minute.
Doors always
I could
open.
sell stuff though.
You be sure
I
to
think I
stop
have
by
some
soon.
stuff to get rid of. Yep.
But your things will be safe with me until they're sold. Then you'll have to make do with money. You followed a wee butterfly to a grand treasure, eh? Doors
Oh, I should
always
have went
open.
back over.
You'll
I
be
gotta
sure
get
to
used to
stop by
this store
soon.
system still. Alright, what do I really want to get? We use these for a lot of things. I don't have enough for that, so I guess we do
Oh,
need
I'm
Drake
always
seeds.
thrilled when a young one makes a wise purchase. I can tell you'll go far.
Alright, now I gotta use them. It's not this. It's this.
You've had too much fire whiskey if you think you can outdo my take. You hardly carry the sacks on that last raid.
Assignment's all finished.
Dare slay one of my own! You will fall!
One less poacher in the wizarding world.
Now they gotta go to what's it called?
Revelio.
Come on, man.
Confringo. Accio. Glacius. Accio. Confringo. Levioso. Glacius. Let's see what's up your sleeve this time, Merlin. Upper Hogsfield. Now where to find Mrs. Sportle?
I could use some gold.
Revelio. Your generosity helped me afford this rather exotic snake contraption. Very Salazar, isn't it?
Groundhog's loyal for many.
Could be enough for another instrument.
Bardo Beaumont should have returned by now.
Revelio. This looks intriguing.
All the Dark Whispers.
Shane Bardolph thought dark magic was the answer. I reckon Rookwood's played a hand in his disappearance.
Hello, Mrs. Sprottle. Actually, Sirona Ryan asked if I'd come and see you.
Oh, dear Sirona, a gem. Has been for as long as I've known her.
She thought you might need help collecting ingredients for your Wiggenweld potion.
And she's correct. My darling Aidan used to collect Horklumps for me. Since he died, my supply has dwindled.
I'm sorry for your loss, Mrs. Sprottle.
Oh, thank you. Love of my life. A bit lost without him. If you wouldn't mind gathering some Horklumps for me, I'd be happy to compensate you for your time.
Believe it or not, I have some with me.
Oh, thank you. How wonderful. The travelling vendors will be thrilled to replenish their stock of Wiggenweld potion.
Sirona also mentioned that Mr. Sprottle was bringing her a box of letters when he fell ill.
Indeed he was. I'd almost forgotten. I stumbled upon it just before Aidan died. He was hoping to go through it with Sirona over a butterbeer or two. Those two were always like two bowtruckles in a branch. Aidan took ill when he was collecting Horklumps on his way to see her. He made it home, but I fear he dropped the box in the cavern. The cavern is in the hills just southwest of our hamlet. You can gather Horklumps and collect the box of letters there.
Sirona said she lived with you during the summers when she was at Hogwarts. What was she like?
Goodness. Well, she was almost exactly like she is now. Charming, good head on her shoulders, taking care of everyone. I can't tell you the fun we had when she and her friends would visit us during the year, all buzzing about, practicing charms. Talented group. Her friend Mirabelle was a genius in the garden. Learned it all from her muggle parents, if you can believe it.
Do you remember anything about the letters you put in the box?
Oh, of course. A few letters from some of her school friends. Some nice memories. I even included a letter Sirona had written to me when she was staying with us. Thought she might enjoy reading it. I know when I read writing from my youth, I'm always astonished at how much I've changed, and yet remain the same.
Thank you, Mrs. Sprottle.
Thank you. I'll be here if you are able to collect those Horklumps. I, and the vendors I help, would greatly appreciate it. Bardo Beaumont should have returned by now. Had by dark wizards he was.
Oh, I need to do quest changeover.
castle. Must have been quite stately in its time. This must be the cavern Mrs. Sprottle mentioned. Better have a look around. See about the hawk clumps and the box of letters. Good freak. That's all the hawk clumps for now. Mrs. Sprottle should be pleased. Either I'll have to fight that troll, or avoid it altogether.
Wrong button. I'm hitting it, but I'm gonna do it.
Places.
Revelio. Revelio.
This must be Sirona's box of letters. I should take this box of letters to Sirona. I think that's everything. Sirona will be glad to have this back.
Revelio. Accio. Revelio. Accio. Confringo. Revelio. Revelio.
Oh, I'd have to come back to where I missed them. Like I really missed them.
Revelio.
Accio. Lumos. Confringo. Accio. Confringo. Leviosa.
He caught it. That's what he did.
Accio. Glacius. Leviosa. Revelio. Accio. Confringo. Glacius. Protego. Stupefy. Stupefy. Accio. Glacius. Confringo. Leviosa. Accio. Confringo. Glacius.
This is almost too easy.
Confringo.
Let's play predator and prey,
Accio. Protego. Glacius. Confringo.
Go down as easy.
Revelio.
Where did I set my traps? The curiosity they teach at Hogwarts will not serve you well.
Accio.
How was that? No. You dare say one
Of course that happens. I knew it because it's like you gotta hold the one button or your dude starts moving and he'll jump himself off a cliff. Normally I catch it, but here and there I lose. Like I can't see the floor, so. And then sometimes you'll fall. It won't do anything. Like it won't. Like it'll be a decent distance. It won't do nothing. Then other times it's just enough.
Revelio.
Accion. Lumos. Confringo.
Revelio.
That call in the village circle. You certainly made an impression.
Hello, Serona. I have good news. I was able to provide your friend Mrs. Sprottle with some hawk clumps for her Wiggamel potion, and I found your box of letters.
Oh, thank you. I knew you were the one to ask.
I wondered about some of the letters in the box.
Of course. It appears most of the letters were from fellow students.
One of the letters mentions Quidditch practice. Did you play?
I did. Was the Ravenclaw Seeker for 3 years. Oh, Merlin's beard. I adore Quidditch. Nothing like the feeling of catching the golden snitch when your team's down by 140 points. I'll never forgive Professor Black for cancelling it this year. I missed cheering for Ravenclaw. We could have cheered them on together.
I saw a letter from someone named Mirabelle. Is that Professor Garlick?
It is. Still one of my dearest friends. I know she wouldn't mind you having seen that letter. She and I are of a similar mind, especially when it comes to young people. We believe experience to be an invaluable teacher. To borrow a phrase from Mirabelle, it's a joy to see anyone blossom, but particularly one who doubted they ever would.
I spotted a letter from you to Mrs. Sprottle. You two seem to have a lot of fun together.
We do. She taught me so much during my summers with her and Aidan. I shall be the first to admit that adolescents aren't always the easiest to understand. And not everyone was as kind to me as the Sprottles. But the depth of their kindness, and that of so many of my friends, got me through... well, got me through some challenging times, to put it mildly.
I'm glad I could be of help. Mrs. Sprottle sends her best.
Don't know what I'd have done without her and Aidan. Thank you, again, for helping her, and for returning this box of letters. It's nice to reflect on good memories.
Revelio.
I'll say it again. Can't thank you enough for helping to save the village from those trolls.
fast travel. Now I know again, because I checked on the map. I was like, why can't I just click on the spot and travel? I was like, oh, maybe I was wrong. You can't fast travel in this game. And then I was like, wait, flu powder. I was like, oh. I was like, let me check one of these networks. And it was like, travel? I was like, oh. I was like, well, that would have helped a little bit. But I mean, hey, I gave everybody this scenic play.
I've always said that travel broadens the mind.
Revelio. Revelio.
It's probably down here already. I just ate myself up some load screen. Because it's been a while since I've been down here. Because I haven't played this game in months.
Revelio. Confringo. Revelio. Confringo. Revelio. Accio. Confringo. 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 Revelio. Revelio. Revelio.
Oh, I probably have to wait or something.
How wonderful to see you again.
I've completed my assignments, Professor.
Pleased to hear it. Professor Weasley will be too. I'll be sure to let her know how well you're coming along.
Thank you, Professor.
Professor Hecat tells me she taught you Levioso, so you should be ready for a more advanced levitation charm. Wingardium Leviosa requires a bit of concentration and a nice, graceful wand movement. Let's see you try your hand at it. When executed correctly, you should be able to pick up boulders as though they were sprigs of sneezewort.
Revelio.
Well done! Feel free to practice Wingardium Leviosa here in the greenhouse. I've set some crates out for you in the next room.
Professor Garlick, a moment of your time?
The plants are resting, so now's as good a time as any.
I was wondering, what made you want to teach herbology?
How lovely of you to ask. I've always had an affinity for greenery, so this situation is a bit of a dream come true. After graduation, I was thrilled to be asked to step in for my old herbology professor. He'd had a slight accident, you see.
Oh dear. A shame for him, but it worked out well for you.
Well, he never cared, really cared for the plants, and they could sense it. Oh, you'd be surprised how perceptive a plant can be. At any rate, the trouble began one day when he cut into a wigan tree. Unfortunately for him, its leaves were hiding a bowtruckle. You may recall the marvellous creatures that resemble a twig. The little beast gouged the professor's eyes quite fiercely, but terrifying, I'd imagine. Likely for the professor, too.
And that's when you took over as the herbology professor?
Well, not quite. After 3 weeks at St. Mungo's, my predecessor regained a tiny bit of his eyesight. He insisted on returning to the greenhouse. Within a week, he claims by accident, kicked a Chinese chomping cabbage, so it was back to St. Mungo's for him.
What a string of bad luck.
Well, I felt awful for him, but I dare say I felt a bit more sympathy for the cabbage. Upon his discharge from the hospital, his indifference to plants had turned to utter disdain. He lost what little patience he had left with a particularly temperamental venomous tentacula and, well, his resulting leave of absence continues to this day.
I'm glad everything worked out as it did and that you're the herbology professor now.
Very kind of you to say. I do love these gardens and helping my students grow. Lovely speaking with you. Have a wonderful day. Oh, and remember, be kind to your wigan trees.
Wingardium Leviosa.
You're a natural.
Wingardium Leviosa. Revelio.
Answer me this! Today, I received a letter thanking me for a conversation I never had and a purchase I never made! If I discover that you have been using Polyjuice Potion again, I shall write to the headmaster and ask him to expel you! Mark my word!
Revelio.
Yes, I told you. You're very clever.
Clever? How offensive. Next.
Fine, a genius. Happy
Possibly.
now?
But I'll allow your limp vocabulary. This disillusionment charm is superb. I'm stealthy as a demiguise.
Revelio.
Ow!
Merlin?
Where's you going?
Hello, Mr. Moon.
Oh, greetings! Any luck removing some more of those demiguise statues?
I actually have some moons for you.
I cannot thank you enough. If you could just find a few more, I'd be so very grateful.
Where should I look for more demiguise statues and moons?
All of my usual haunts, which incidentally have now become quite haunting. Here in the castle, in Hogsmeade, and believe it or not, in some of the surrounding hamlets. Oh, my tormentor is nothing if not thorough. Kept me from all my usual engagements for an eternity now.
I'll keep an eye out for more demiguise statues and see if I can bring you more moons.
You are to be commended for your bravery and valor, especially since they can only be collected at night.
That means I'm pretty much out of time.
Revelio.
Where is it at?
Wingardium Leviosa. Lumos. Accio.
What was it that I used on that again?
Glacius. Confringo. Levioso. Revelio. Revelio. Confringo. Accio. Revelio.
Alright, that's going to be it for this episode, YouTube. Thanks for tuning in. I will see you next time. Hit that subscribe button. Late skate.